Maybe you have been there yourself. Usually people get their can full of food and then they sit together for lunch. And this is when knowledge management takes place, right there, right there. Some of your colleagues go to conferences and appear there, and then they say, wow, you're also here. This is interesting. I didn't know that you also attend this conference. And wait a second, she's also here. And then you meet at this conference, and somehow it was not really clear who shows up and who doesn't. Then a typical reflex is, oh, knowledge management didn't do a good job. You know, we need a tool to somehow organize that we attend conferences more efficiently, which means a calendar. You organize a calendar, you put this up on the internet, and guess what? Nothing changes. I would say the challenges, interestingly, have basically been the same, because it is and will always be the question of how do we extract knowledge from people's heads into dialogue, not necessarily on documents. I put something up there and someone says, oh, knowledge management, these, I don't know, wise people always making, I don't know, something we don't need, smiley. Huh? Then, interestingly, other people will comment and say, no, we don't think so. Then, all of a sudden, collective intelligence kicks in. And this is where I feel, and we talk about this later, knowledge management has so much power and so much inspirational energy in organizations that, of course, no department, no manager can actually control. And another issue, of course, that is very prominently taking place is the whole issue of knowledge sharing, which means that we also, as a German enterprise, learn from our partner countries and co-create. Create something new, which means knowledge is not just transferred, but shared on equal footing. Knowledge management is not nice to have. Knowledge management is also not a strategic project that is sexy, that you should do for 2 or 3 years and then do something else. Either you do it properly or you don't do it at all. Let's face it. I feel there's often enough moments where also when I talk to colleagues from other areas that say, yes, we have done this, now we're back to Excel sheets. The question is, how much power do you actually have to make knowledge management work? If you have a normative role, it's basically like telling your child, no, you brush your teeth before you go to bed. You don't tell your child, think about it. You don't have to, it would be nice though. No, as a parent you would say, brush your teeth. And after a certain amount of time, I guess, it becomes a routine. It's part of your DNA, so to say. Knowledge management should actually be a bit more brave and say there are some things, okay, you can do as you please, but there are some things, like you said, learning from evaluation, where it's not a nice to have, where it's a must. The new project can only start if old experiences and learning experiences have been considered and with evidence or debriefings or whatever. I feel knowledge management, in order to have the character of a routine, needs to be more of a binding and normative.